back in here, one more reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And today we got Mr. Nuri Muhammad coming to the channel. And I look forward to having this discussion. He said for the last 4,000 years, every nation that was sexually undisciplined got destroyed. And if you look around, that sounds like America is on that path. And there's a book that I've read titled Sex and Culture by J.D. Unwin that was published in 1934. It's the same thing. So we're going to get into that and discuss it a little more in the video. If this is your first time to the channel, get on in here, park that whip, take the shoes off, get comfortable, gang. As I love to say, we are simply spirits in case of human flesh. That's all I promise. Trying to figure out this thing called life, not nearly as divided nor as demonic as the mainstream media, the mainstream hip-hop media, and the social media algorithms try to make it seem every single day, man. Look, I think we all can agree. We're just trying to learn and grow and evolve in this thing called life. So if you dig what you hear in this video, share it far and wide, ladies and gentlemen.
I really been thinking about this question. I'm starting to believe lack of sexual discipline is the core of our people's financial and familial problems. What are your thoughts about this?
That is definitely a component, and I will say this, that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the root of our problem as a people is a spiritual problem that necessitates a spiritual solution. So when you take the concept of people that have accepted or taken their low desires as a God besides God, that is a spiritual problem. There are other ones that can be packaged with it, but at the root of our problem is a spiritual problem that necessitates a spiritual solution. There is a British anthropologist by the name of John D. Undam, and this man did a study of 80 nations over a 4,000 year window of time. And he studied the rise and the fall of these 80 nations that have existed in the last 4,000 years. You won't believe what he found. He said this, that nations that were engaged in premarital sex and extramarital sex were nations that were weakened, destabilized, and ultimately destroyed. The nations that were able to thrive, be creative, transition over cycles of time, and remain in existence and powerful were the nations that had the greatest discipline in the sexual world.
We're going to pause it right there, man. This is a topic that weighs really close to me because between the ages of, you could say 13 and 24, I lived a life that, society would tell you is a blessing from God. And I used to go to all the OGs around me and complain about how many women that I attracted. And they used to say, shut up, little punk. You lucky. We wish we could be you. But I was miserable. I was extremely broken. And if you think about the concept, like if you step back and realize we all come from the Creator. So every man has the ability to create life. Unconscious. We didn't even do anything. We just born into these bodies and we get to a certain age and we can create a whole nother person. What can we also do with that energy if we weren't focused on our lower desires, as my guy said? I was talking to my father the other day, and I said the craziest thing is that, we be obsessed with sleeping with a woman at the age of 14, and you have men out here 30, 40, 50, and 60 that haven't matured, and that's still the highest goal, highest honor is being able to get in between a woman's legs. That's so ignorant. That's so low vibrational, but in a society that feeds you low vibrational content 24/7, 365, study sound frequencies, that feeds you processed food, you think you're doing something. And if you've read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, chapter 12 is about sexual transmutation. And imagine if you took 50% of the energy chasing women, put that into creating a business, putting that into getting in shape. Because anything the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. And if I can keep you distracted with this carrot that's moving, you don't even know you've been destroyed, as my guys say. There's a reason that Twitter is now allowing porn. There's a reason you can go on Google right now and type in anything and then turn that safe search off and see some explicit images. So my young men, understand you have the power to create life. put that life force into something productive, not just a sock or inside some random girl that you don't even want to talk to tomorrow.
So what you're saying, brother Lynn, it has some weight to it. For him to be able to study that, I said when I got finished reading the report that he made about Rome and Babylon and these different nations, I said, so I see what's happening. Anytime you got a nation where everything goes, that nation will soon be gone.
My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge.
And do you know that if you were to take the template of Sodom and Gomorrah, ancient Rome, Babylon, or any of the other 77 other nations that this man studied for this time period, if you were to lay them over top of America and the way America operates, America is practicing all of the low lifestyles of all those nations put together with some new ones added to it.
Dude. And I know there's some gentlemen in this world older than me that happen to watch my content. Shout out to y'all. Let me know in the comments below, when did that become the highest honor for a man to sleep with a woman? Like, because as a little boy at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I didn't care about girls. I could truly remember when girls started liking me. I was in the 7th grade summer school. I walked out of art class, and there was probably like 15 girls standing there just waiting on me. 8th grade came, and I had girls carrying my books to class and leaving notes on my desk. Do you like me? Yes and no. I used to have notes stuffed in my locker all the time when we had dances. Then you get to high school, and I'm a freshman, and all the senior girls just drive me to school and picking me up for school in the morning, and the senior basketball players don't like me. And it kept evolving, and I didn't become a logical thinking person until I stopped messing with so many girls. I gave my brain time to work. I gave that energy time to flow up inside my body. Check out semen retention and what happens when you're just shooting out recklessly. But in a society that makes sex seem like it's super normal, there's nothing wrong with being sexually disciplined. I became a 10 times better father and a better person all around when I learned to sexually discipline myself. Because that's something that the world ain't going to tell you. But as you go on a diet because you want to lose weight, and sometimes you go on a social media diet because you don't want to consume all that negativity. Sometimes you need to go on a sex diet and discipline yourself and let your body just heal and get in touch with God, you know?
So America is on her deathbed right now.
Yes, she is.
And part of it, America does have a skin problem, mistreating black people with black skin, but America also has a sin problem. And these two problems are what is going to cause America to be wiped off the face of this earth as a superpower and a nation. The skin problem, the mistreatment of black people, the people of God, and the sin problem, the violation of the laws, rules, statutes, and commandments of what makes a nation survive and thrive. America's in violation of all of the commandments of God, and they don't just allow, it promotes the madness. And there will be a great suffering because of it, like those other nations that fell in the past. So you're not far off with that. And I'm saying to us as a people, we have to, from here on out, when we talk about unity, we have to talk not just about the horizontal unity, brother to brother, sister to sister, brother to sister, or sister to brother. We have to also talk about the vertical unity. And that's us not just united with each other, but us united with principles of truth, with character, with morals. And if we can connect to each other, but we're not connected to morals on a vertical level, we won't be able to remain connected to each other. How can I stay in unity with a pedophile?
And that's why I had to evolve out of trying to be connected to people by color. Because we all God's children at the end of the day. And that's also what made me evolve and have conservative views and principles. Is I didn't want my children around pedophiles. I didn't want my children going to school and being told that they could be a boy or a girl. And the problem is if we keep looking at life through skin folk being, all skin folk is kinfolk, then that's going to keep leading you down the path of destruction, because that's why we so degenerate in the first place. Because our leaders, quote unquote, our idols, the celebrities that we look up to, they leading us off a cliff. And half of them, if we being G, they come from an environment just like us. Was broke. Mama was on Section 8, probably had family dysfunction, and they took the check. See, the thing that runs crazy in the hood is sex because it's free. And everybody is looking for an escape from this hard, stressful life. And nobody turns to God until they done made 50 million mistakes and it's God, please help me. And you got to be grateful before the gratefulness comes. You got to walk by faith, not sight. And our society doesn't allow room for that. So I understand totally. But if the life that you live in ain't leading you where you go, you got to do something different. I don't understand why none of the people, well, I do understand they're getting paid, but somebody got to sit back and there's nothing cool about having baby mamas. There's nothing cool about having multiple children. If anything, if I wasn't reckless sexually, I don't have baby mamas because the women that I laid down with, I really didn't even know them. They were just another girl that I was another number because that's what we taught that matters is what's your body count as a man and how many women you laid down with. But a real man is somebody who can discipline himself and say, I don't need to waste my time with that. I got 4 children by 2 different women. If I'm being honest, I go back. I don't have anything common with them. We really don't even know each other for real. I met my first baby mama December 4th, but at the end of that month, she was pregnant. And my second baby mama, I met her at a basketball court, and then the next day she came to my house and I knocked her down. There's nothing cool about that. I should have valued myself more. I should have valued my life force more. Because I come from God, I'm a one of one. And young man, wherever you are watching this video, you're a one of one. Don't just be giving yourself to any big button to smile. But I didn't know that. When I was a child, I thought like a child. But as a man, I think like a man. And I think it's cool to be able to have meaningful relationships with women and not everything evolves to sex. Like, it's cool to be humans. You dig what I'm saying? When we was kids, we played kickball, we played hide and go seek, we played heads F7, and we played all these things, and everything didn't have to be tied to sex. We didn't have transgender kids in our elementary school. We didn't have gay kids in our elementary school. We didn't have any sex talk at EC Maservi. And now these new kids, they got anxiety, depression, and all kind. Man, look here. And if you didn't come from a strong family, you got to make sure a strong family comes from you, and that comes with protecting the babies around you. I was raised at a time where grandma and grandpa said no sex before marriage. My grandma was married 4 different times because she didn't believe in giving her body to some man that wasn't her husband. My Aunt Sheila was been married 3 times because she the same way. My Aunt Barbara's still married to a man who's been in jail like 15 years and still be driving to go see Robert. But I truly can say for myself and in my own life, man, sexual discipline gave me a different type of freedom. It feel cool not to wake up to 10 different girls texting you. Where you at? Why you didn't answer your phone? Girls just showing up at your job, calling your mama schmeck. It ain't nothing cool about having a roster of women. It's peaceful being by yourself, being left alone. And though I'm a married man and been married for 7+ years, that's the greatest situation that you can have children in. Me and my wife planned our children. We brought them into a strong unit. And I can say with my other kids, if there's anything that I regret is bringing them to an unstable foundation. And so wherever you are in this world, if you was born into an unstable foundation, understand that God got you and your current situation isn't your final destination. You could be living abundantly real soon. But if you a young man like me and you made some children when you was young, ignorant, and reckless, do your best to provide for them and give them the greatest life possible. I know what it's like to have baby mamas. I know what it's like to be blocked from talking to your children. I know what it's like to be put on child support, all the petty things. But at the end of the day, none of that has to do with your child. They just want to see you be a great man. So you be great. Don't let nobody stop you and make you quit on yourself. Drink water, take vitamins, lift weights, yoga, stretch, meditate, pray. Matthew 6:33. But sexual discipline is truly the key to freedom. I know that probably sounds crazy, especially in this world where we got WAP and I don't even know. I don't listen to music for real, so I can't tell you what new sexually degenerate songs are out. I know NLE Chopper got Slut Me Out or something like that. But if you listen to NLE Chopper, he tell you he practiced celibacy a lot himself. So they be selling you some false wolf dreams if they ain't living that life they sell. Because anybody who done lived it know it ain't nothing cool about paying for a bunch of, man, I done been through it, dog. If you want to sit down and have a conversation what it's like to have a lot of women holler at me, and I tell you all the horror stories. Like, I can say some lit stories too. I ain't gonna cap. But it comes with a lot more negatives than positives, man. Girls' emotions are something serious when they get mad at you. Which y'all let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think sexual discipline matters in society? I personally feel, as my guy said, that it's a spiritual problem, and you can't put a political solution on a spiritual problem. So we got to seek the kingdom first, and all the riches will be added to us. But if we going to keep looking at politicians to fix our problem, then as Malcolm X said, we'll forever be a political chumps, getting kicked back and forth to whoever can wave a shiny gold ticket in our face and pretend they're going to fix our problems. But you got to step up and be the change you wish to see in the world and fix your own problems. And I know when I fix the problems in my life, when I stop messing with any girl that was just walking around, when I put my energy into something productive, I receive productive things in my life. So you could do the same, because when God blessed me and blessed Mr. Muhammad, he didn't forget about you. You got a gift inside of your heart. You know what you love to do. You know what's important to you. And that gift is a lot more important to you than laying down with somebody else, shooting that energy inside of them. And if you're a young woman, that gift is a lot more important than laying down with a man on top of you, not knowing if he going to text you tomorrow. We just got to be honest about the situation we putting ourselves in this world. And if hurt people can hurt people, heal people can heal people. So I've just shared my healing energy with everybody and their mama, gang. We trying to evolve, you dig what I'm saying? But like the video, share the video, and understand that you got a gift in you. Shine your light, step out on faith, and watch how God bless you and yours. We gone.